Take advantage of the Boxing King Media discount at BYD Sheffield. You can get this amazing car for £269 per month with a £269 deposit. Details in the description.
Boxing King Media powered by BYD. IZZY, ASIF, we're at the Cutler's Hall, iconic venue in Sheffield. You know, Matchroom always doing the press conferences here as well. You've got yours here today for your show on Friday. But before we even talk about the show, I know you've had crazy amounts of drama. I know you've had this kind of stuff before, but is this the worst?
Yeah, potentially, especially seeing as though we lost, obviously, unfortunately, lost Tyson Gallagher and Ebony Jones due to, a tragic situation. And now losing this Shakan Pistons versus Daniel Dos Santos for the light heavyweight was a proper kick in the teeth. But, listen, like I keep saying, people say, how come you're so relaxed? What is it you can do? You only try your best, can't you? We're in the tough business of boxing and these things happen, and unfortunately that fight's not going to be happening for this Friday, but the show goes on. We've still got Shakan Pistons on, Shaquille Thompson and the rest of the guys. So, yeah, still a great card top to bottom.
Explain the reasonings, because I know you said in the press conference that the French board wouldn't allow him to fight. Why wouldn't they allow him to fight?
Something come up on his medical, which weren't expected. We were all in the clear. We got told it's all good, and then the last minute, 11th hour, they've put something that's been deficient in his brain scan, which, look, the health and the well-being of a fighter is always paramount. So they've got procedures and policies in place, which I totally understand. But obviously, unfortunate for us, and Shaq in particular, who's worked day and night for months and months and months. But listen, it's boxing, and he'll come again. And we've got announcements soon where he will be fighting for the light heavyweight European title.
It's obviously you turned a negative into a positive there, which is good, but it's a bit crap there, isn't it? So I'm just trying to think, as if you're thinking as a businessman, you're paying for hotels, you're setting up the event, so much organization goes into the whole planning of an event, and they're telling you 6 days before. Surely this sort of stuff can be done months before.
Yeah, but sometimes it's medical, sometimes it's freak injuries. It happens. We paid for. I've done it in the past, as you know. Paid for the hotels, paid for the flights. Done everything, got everything prepared, but they've had last-minute injuries and the fighters, fell down in the bath or something. It's just the kind of sport we're in. It's not like football where if one person gets injured, you can replace them. We got two people fighting each other, and injuries happen, freak situations happen. I'd hope the governing bodies can be more efficient on getting this paperwork across and getting everything across, but sometimes they're blaming the fighters. Fighters are saying the board aren't reacting quick enough, but listen, it's just the nature of the business, and I'd like to see it develop a bit more, and where things aren't given last hour, and sometimes we're requesting stuff from certain governing bodies, and they don't give the information till like a week before, and then you're up against it having to answer that. But it's just the business we're in, and I think if I wanted an easy business to go for, I'd keep away from boxing promotion. So it's part of the job description, so we keep riding and smiling with it.
We've seen Eddie Hearn do this a while ago, where I think he lost all his top of the bill fights, and it was basically going to be an event where he was going to lose a lot of money. I know you kind of hinted it there. You were no title fights, and you've lost your main headliners, which the TV viewers were probably expecting as well. But you could have pulled the show, but you've decided to carry on because obviously, like you said, because of the fighters and the work they've put in.
Yeah, absolutely. There were no real... Listen, we spoke to DAZN, who are a great broadcasting partner, and really understand the fighting and the elements and the kind of predicaments we get into a fight week, and they were totally relatable and understandable. I was never going to pull this fight with all these guys. You got undercard fighters. They've been training 9-10 weeks. Probably won't earn much from this. Financially, yeah, it's not going to be really feasible. It's not what we want to deliver for DAZN and the viewers out there. We wanted the title fights. We wanted the light heavyweight title. We wanted British and Commonwealth for a Tyson Gallagher fight. But unfortunately, out of anybody's control, it's not happened. But the show goes on, and these guys still get a great opportunity, a great time now to steal the show. Go and steal the show, because we haven't got a top of the bill title fight. These guys can now go and steal the show. Get the viewers out there talking about you. So it's a massive opportunity. And another one, another show that goes on, GBM style. And we're expecting a nice little surprise maybe fight night, and all. There could be an announcement for another huge show that way we've kind of penciled in or almost confirmed kind of thing. So Friday night's going to be a good night.
Is there any potential titles, venues, areas, collaborations, anything you could hint towards?
I always said 2025 will be the year where we do a outdoor stadium show, a football ground. I also said 2025 will be the year where you see GBM put their first world title fight on. And it looks like that kind of dream and vision and that manifestation has come really close to being completed, signed, dotted, sealed. So I'm excited. And we want huge nights. We want maybe 1-2 stadium fights. We want 1 or 2 world champions. You've seen the offer Shaquille Thompson had recently that nearly got over the line, and I think this is going to be that year where we make a real statement year and push it onto that other level.
So for what I'm gathered from there is, obviously you don't have to confirm it, but you're going to put a world title fight on in a stadium in the UK at some point, which is a crazy achievement in itself. You don't need to admit it or deny it or anything like that, but that's what I've gathered from there. So well done on that, and we look forward to the news. Touched on it there, Shaquille Thompson. Getting a crazy opportunity to fight Johnny Beck. Was that actually true? Was the offer made? And, what was the reason it didn't happen? Because I know Johnny Beck's fighting somebody else now.
Listen, it was extremely close to being done. I got a phone call for the offer. Shaquille Thompson instantly said yes straight away, wanted it. Look, when you're fighting people like Johnny Beck and you're up against it, financially it's got to be right for you. And certain parts of the team didn't feel like it was right. We come to, as a collective team, as a manager, me, Shaq, coach, we sit down and think, is it enough? And we felt like it wasn't enough at this time, but the opportunity was there, really close to sign it, and I'm sure it'll happen again, because Shaquille Thompson could be wrong for any middleweight on the planet. I've said it before, I feel like he's the most dangerous middleweight on the planet, and that's not saying I'm saying he's going to easily beat Zanabek. He's just got the stylistically to cause nightmares for any middleweight out there. And I felt like he was all wrong for Zanabek, especially in close where I've seen Zanabek. He likes having a bit of a go on the inside. And that's the kind of thing you don't do against a 6'3" powerhouse like Shaquille Thompson.
Well, I'm already thinking future fights. Shaquille Thompson, Hamza Shiraz, as long as Hamza wins next week.
That'd be a great fight. I've said it a while, and you know, I'm a friend of Hamza's. I'm a fan of Hamza Shiraz. I think there'll be one for the future, one at all British dust up. But listen, Hamza's got his big fights coming up. He's got his levels at the moment, and Shaquille Thompson's still got a few testing fights. He's got to push onto that level and show his case. But he's going to be for some huge nights and huge exciting nights as well. But he's got to get past Friday night. He's got a tricky Argentinian opponent, and as well. They come, they game, they're hungry. I was talking to him early on in the foyer, and he's not coming here to lie down. He's coming here to cause an upset. And he knew about the Zanabek offer. So when you get associated with fighters, big fighters, and big paydays, people want your record. They want your win. They want to take that all away from you. So Shaquille Thompson's got to be on A game and not have any slip-ups here. And I expect some few huge nights for him as well this year.
And just last couple of things. Norman Hussein makes his return. He's been out of the ring for quite a while. What's the reason behind that? And then I know he's a big ticket seller, and it brings a bit of excitement.
Yeah, he's exciting, Norman. I've known Norman. Norman's always been around for a long time. ABA champion, won box for the GB team and all. He's had a lot of unfortunate injury problems, but he's back. He sold a lot of tickets. He's in his home city of Sheffield. He's seen how we elevated as a brand GBM. He was one of our first signings. So he wants to go back on there and showcase that Norman Hussein is still about, and he wants to be number one man in Sheffield. So it's great to have so many prospects on. Your Taz Nadeem, your Ed Hardy, your Dante Dixon. They want to steal the show, so you're going to see the best of them, and they're in their home city. They've got the fans and the family watching them. They really want to steal the show, and Norman Hussein's just one of them who's going to want to, really captivate the fans out there and the viewers at DAZN and say, "I'm the number one in Sheffield. I'm the one you should be watching out for."
Well, you've also signed, which probably could be one of the best diamonds in Sheffield, in Dante Dixon, who finally makes his return to the ring. I think he's coming at a heavier weight as he drops that weight off. He's not here today, but what can we expect from Dante Dixon, his opponent, on Friday night?
Listen, we spoke about Dante a while, haven't we? You've said to me, and people around him believe he's one of the best prospects in the country. But he's got to get in there. He's got to get in there Friday night, get the win and have that regular activity. He's got to be regular. Dante Dixon, when he boxes regular, he's in shape regular, he's in around the gyms, you'll see a future superstar of the game.
Indeed. Anything else, Izzy? Anything else I'm missing that you got announcing or coming up?
We've got an announcement this Tuesday, so we're going to have a triple header show where we're hoping to announce a light heavyweight European title fight on, and then end of this month we're going to have a massive announcement for potentially 4 to 5 title fights on, potential outdoor stadium, I reckon it could be our first world title fight, and it's going to be a huge card. It's going to be the card where we really make a statement. And, you know, it's a personal one for me. It's something that I've always wanted to do, fulfilling a dream within myself. But a lot of the fighters are going to get opportunities that they'd never had before, close to home, on an outdoor stadium. And it's going to be a massive, massive, memorable night. And you're going to be part of a history, making history. And that's what we like doing here at GBM. Like doing it different, like doing it our way, like being dynamic, like being daring. And 2025, you see plenty of that.
We look forward to it, Izzy. Thank you for your time. And in fact, I'll tell you what, a quick question for him. I'm going to put you in the spot. You saw
Without being put on the spot.
Yeah, Adam Azim at the weekend. We saw a great win. The week before that, Dalton Smith blew away his guy as well. People are kind of split over the fight now. Before, a lot of people are saying Dalton. So ask you, put you on the spot.
So obviously I've got the Sheffield loyalty with Dalton Smith, a good friend I've known for a long, long time. And I've got Adam Azim, who's a good family friend of ours. So I'm going to give you a pure professional opinion here, totally on my. I believe right now, Dalton's got a little bit edge on experience. But 6 months, 8 months, a year down the line, wow, that could be, you know, that's the one for the future. And I think they let it build because they both deserve massive paydays, both exceptional talents, by the way, exceptional, especially Adam, the way he put the experienced opponent away over the weekend. But, you know, Dalton as well has been around and boxed at the highest level at amateurs and, you know, been untouchable in the pros. That fight, right, if it happened today, I'll say Dalton Smith. Ask me in 6 months, a year, I don't know. It could be a lot closer and maybe closer to heading towards Adam. I think he'll peak in another year or so, ready for that fight.
Good stuff, Izzy. Thank you for your honest opinion there. All the best and see you Friday.
Listen, I got a question for you. Where can discipline take you? Discipline points you toward your goals.